should work now. Come on, you can do it. Is this not showing correctly? Alright. So when Windows crashes, next time please don't do it at 9. Oh crap, that wasn't fun. That was not fun. Alright. So this is the old version with all the wires. And I'm on the wrong channel. Yep, there we go. And where's my mouse? There we go, that's better. Work table, fill, count. This one in place. So we can go 2 angles. So that's the old version. And as you can see, that's a lot of wiring. Solved it by adding different wires, which still seems like the same bloody wires. But the good thing is, it's no soldering. No soldering needed at this point anymore. So the only thing we technically have left is the soldering. Or the desoldering, or how do you pronounce that? So to make this without soldering or needing extra wires that you need to buy separate. I don't want that. So I got in contact with someone that's gonna help me making a PCB board, which I'm very grateful for, because like I'm stepping myself into PCB making, and I must say that is very complex. Still very intimidating, and I think I can make something, but then it won't be correct, safely applied, and actually not burning down stuff. So yeah, I can make a PCB board, but it's not correctly done. So got some help now that is ensuring that he can make it safer than I can do with my 1% knowledge in PCB making. So hopefully we can make a better chip that works for this, that replaces the ESP in its own separate board, that I can also install a little bit more easily in this corner without this sticking out too much, and that it clicks in there somehow. And I have a little bit more extruded here where you can plug in this set of cable and then make that work. And I'm very excited to learn how to make a PCB. And I dropped something. Oop, that's a cable. There we go. And today I'm focusing on making these two parts click better, and that there is better spacing. So hopefully the LED strip actually stays put and doesn't have this much wiggle room. So I want to remove the wiggle room. That's at least that's the goal for today. And whatever you guys ask or question, I say 2 times the same thing. We can see where it ends up. So I need to swap this camera, because we're going back to Fusion, and this is my other camera. So there we go. Should be a little bit higher. There we go. I'm a little bit annoyed that this camera keeps breaking. I don't know why and when, but on the stream it doesn't break, but after I end the stream, this camera gets borky, and if I show Discord my layout to show things, it randomly breaks, and it just screen freeze and poof, gone. And if I don't notice it, then you have my face just completely straight and not doing anything. So like, that's not good. So I already made this one a tiny bit thicker, but I'm gonna try to improve this one a little bit more. And I'm gonna keep doing that until I can reach it. So So can I do this? Can I go straight? Yes.
Station sponsor, the Center for Stress Management.
I want to do something there. Don't sneeze. So let's do that. So can we do Fusion? I just opened a sketch. Why are you already crashing? Oh, that's not fun. Sad face. Come on, you can do it. And I need to switch camera, of course. Yep. Nope. No. Come for you. There we go. Ooh, wait. Hi, man. How you doing? Slightly different print. I printed 9 connected hexagons. You mean just actual separated printed and you connect them? Or you mean a total layer of what I have? Because that's a little bit of how do you do that? And there we go. That's a better layout. Yeah, camera's still not good. Huh? I'm not happy with it. So 9 connected hexagons. So you mean one hexagon or? Ooh, a cluster. Ooh. How much LEDs in total was that? Because depending on the LEDs, you need a decent set of amperage. Okay, what? Why is all this not connecting? You're on that sketch. What the crap? Okay. The edges, the surface slightly open. You mean? Let me finish sketch. Let's see if I can choose this. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. I should have saved before. Notice the edges at the surface is slightly open. You can play with that with your parameter offsets, but come on, Fusion, you can do it. Yes, thank you. Because this is a lot easier to scan. We get there, man. We get there. So, okay, so there we go. As if I make sense, I think you mean when you slice it. I think you mean this corner areas, right? So that this is all. So I think you mean that this area. So how do you get this perfectly lined up? I'm gonna wait your answer. I think it's this one. No, slicing is flawless. Oh, wait. But we're talking about this region. Yeah, but in that section, right? So in this, or you mean on this one? Because maybe it's the corner between the adjacent hexagons. Well, if this is a solid, it should be a solid, right? Hmm. 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 If you have Discord, you can add me there. And then you can share the picture, so I get a little bit more points of what you're meaning. Because, like, for me, this is just solid because I made the edge solid. It does not. But if it is in the slicer, then maybe there is not enough support that the plastic does sag in. But that should not matter because this is six-sided. Yeah, if you have Discord, you can add me there. It's like same name as my YouTube. You can add me, and then you can share the pictures at least. So what you mean and what's the actual problem? Because in the text, I have a fake sense what you're meaning, but I'm not sure. If you have no Discord, then how can we do the pictures? How else can we share pictures in a good way? Guess we do that, and I will keep going because I can focus on this one because I want to start my print too. Oh, you never had Discord? Oh, okay. Take your time. Take your time. It's a basic chatting program, so I use it a lot with other people. But let's go to that one. Let's see. So let's see if this one. This one is 1.85, so this can go for press rule of 3. Fusion, come on, you can do it, you can do it. I'm so not at home with this, all this crashing. Come on, Fusion, it's just a small extent, you can do it. Oh boy. Come on. Oh, I'm so not happy with this, man. Like, how? It's just a simple shape. It's just hexagons. Oh, hey, Beard Meets Gaming. Thank you. From whose TikTok? Because I don't have TikTok. So who shared it there? Because I'm interested to know who did that. Because like I still don't have a TikTok, and I'm trying to clean out my backup phone so I can do TikTok myself because I don't want to share any unnecessary data to TikTok. And find a good way that I can do things on TikTok. But hey, how are you doing? Yeah. Ah man, Fusion is not having a good day today. Yeah, that one is a little bit bigger. Now we can go back to this one. And don't do it here. No, we need to do it here. Shit. Okay. Okay, so we're making these smalls a little bit bigger. 3D Truck Life. Yeah, I saw him on Instagram, and his video reached the 7K views, and my own videos go into the 300. Because like I don't have many followers on Instagram yet, and I don't have TikTok, and only doing YouTube and Instagram right now. It was really cool to see that so many people actually enjoy seeing it, because that gives me appreciation. Like, hey, I'm making something cool, which is awesome. So he also did it on TikTok. Cool, yeah. I really need to think about TikTok and work with that too, but at the same time, like, TikTok is a really annoying app that doesn't really work consistently when you close it down in a sandbox. And Instagram I can close down in the sandbox app, so Instagram only sees what I allow it to see. But TikTok is just like, nope, not working. Good luck. So how many views did it reach on TikTok? Because like I'm curious. Oh, just the data is just so cool to see that people really enjoy seeing the lamp. That's really cool. Oh, come on, Fusion. .8. Yeah, again, thank you for visiting also my YouTube channel and saying that. I really appreciate that. Yep, go, camera. What the hell? And that's a join. So let's see it now. Come on, camera. Hello? Yeah, that's too much. Okay, that's too much. So 1. Yeah, I'm adding more details, and so I can make it security safe for everyone to install, and hopefully a proper installation where it should work better than intended. that's the challenge of doing it. So we're going to clamper 1, save mesh, clamper 1, feed 2, naming rights. How'd we get there? Okay, we adjusted this one too. There we go. Couple it feed to 2. Feed to 2. And there we go. So now we should be able to do that one is offline. I have not set up my printer yet, but let's go. Should have been turned on, but I forgot. Yeah. Again, I need to set up the phone to be in complete sandbox on itself, so I don't have an extra app that makes it turns it into a sandbox, because TikTok really detects as like, yeah, I'm not gonna work. So I need to get that part down, and then I can also put it on TikTok. But for me, TikTok feels very, very short and aggressive, and I'm still learning how to do the editing. So I'm like, what can I post on TikTok? Yeah, one of my lamps, and then I'm like, what next? And that's the part where I'm a little bit stuck in my mind because, hey, welcome to autism. Like, I don't know what to post. How'd we get there? I need to switch this one to do not disturb. Get this one back. And we're going to here, we'll remove this one, we get the other two files in. And thank God this is just a very short print. And then we place it here. And this one should be that one. This is, I think, 4 or 5 minutes or 9 minutes. So yeah, that's what we get. Okay, and then we do that. We got more height to it. We got a little bit more spacing there and spacing here because that is what we need. Send to connect, and there we go. Confirm. And then in 9 minutes we have a new test print, and hopefully this one clicks in the. So if we go back to the work table, that this one here doesn't have more wiggle room, so I don't want that this one can go like that, so that you get the LED strips, so the pixel, yeah, there we go, that this hopefully goes a little bit more tight, so the LEDs itself stay on the outside, so they can get the optimal brightness into the hexagon. So hopefully I can get that working enough, otherwise I have another backup, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But if I can optimize this area in here, and that this one clamps in even better, then hopefully the LED strips here go more to the outside. So they actually securely stick in. At least that's the idea. Hopefully. Oh, hopefully that works. But we'll see in 9 minutes when the printer is ready to go. Printer should start any moment. There we go. I'm hearing him now. Yeah, I appreciate the follow, man. Like, everything helps. All the process, like getting to that 501k followers and getting that all those hours in is reaching that point. Hey Mars Gizmo, how you doing, man? Great to see you here. Like, as you said, I got this part already without soldering. So this is all the clamps, and I now had time to actually do all the clamps. So I got that part working. Got the top already in place, and now I'll. Maggie Makerama got me in contact with someone from Clipper that actually makes PCB boards. And hopefully... Oh, that camera's out of place. And hopefully with that person I can make a safe PCB board that fits into this one. And then we get to the point of we can install this whole thing without soldering. It's the same what you said. It's like you can do it without soldering, and like I knew it in my mind, but I couldn't process it yet. If like pretty sure it should be without. Yeah. Beard Mitch Gaming. So this one, this small version will become on printables. Hopefully for you buy the STL for €19, I will include a whole build material, how to assemble it, and the whole bill of material where to buy all the parts. So hopefully the whole lamp should cost around $60 to $50. Oh yes, the PCB is a great idea, because then instead of having this small board sticking out here and that people still need to solder this board, puts the USB-C on the outside, but then the board a little bit more in the center. So you have a little bit more board space. And making it amperage safe and doing all that. But yeah, sorry, I got distracted. Beardedmans Gaming, so I'm gonna put this small one on printables, and if you by accident don't have a printer, I will also put it on my website. That's a little bit more pricey because 250, but I will assemble it for you, and then I will send it to you, and you get the lamp fully assembled for 250. That's are the two options. I am not building up to the biggest one because, yeah, we have this small lamp and we have the bigger one, and I really want to put the big one online, but at the same time, that's pretty dangerous because you can indefinitely stack that one up, and then the amperage power gets too much supply, so your power supply will burn up, or something in the lamp will burn up. But this small version is safe because this is under 2 amps. Yay! Thomas, I'm not seeing the picture on Discord yet. Maybe it's not uploading, but I'm not sure. Let me get the picture back. Yeah, I had so many people already. Was like, can I get the lamp? Can I get the lamp? Can I get the lamp? And I appreciate all the people saying that, but like, I want to have a good quality product, so that's why I went for small, clicky, for small click parts. Because this one, you can technically put it on the model, but if you install it like this, it also pushes out the LED strip to the front instead of this small bend. And if you install the C tree, so the not the S tree but the C tree, the cheaper one, the cheaper one. I'm currently using the cheaper one, and the same with the bottom. I have a small clip here that holds everything in place and doing all that. So yes, it is a little bit fidgety installing, but the moment you have it in place here, you can just shove it down, clicks in, and you have a really stable version. And making it so that even people without soldering knowledge, because you don't need the soldering, can install this lamp and build them themselves. And that's what I hope to reach, and get some progress out of that, and make other projects and make that available, and hopefully I can live this as work and make something more awesome, because I'm so not done with my silly ideas. This is one of them. This started out as a silly idea of like, let's make a bigger version. So let's make a bigger version. And it got a little bit out of hand. Oh. But Mars, if you use the WLED system, you can use the WLED system that is okay. So maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I can switch it in time to an S3. But I think for now I'm going for as cheap as possible, because I don't want to get the price too much. I don't know the difference of the two components on a PCB board, to be honest. So maybe the price difference is only 20 or 30 cents. Then hey, let's switch it up so people can actually do it. Oh, you got a print farm. Holy crap. Nice. Yeah, and as long as you know, WLED can also connect to Home Assistants. So, but if other people want to go without, then yeah, I technically can make the same PCB board with the S3 and then build that out to work that better. Because then I can make a custom PCB for the S3 version if people really want that. But for now I'm just using the WLED system because for most people that have no clue about programming or coding, it works a lot better than just, yeah, you need to code it yourself, because then for me the possibility that people want to buy it drops a little bit less. Just an official HA? I have no clue what that means. Official Home Assistants. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Ah, yeah, that's so much puzzles. Ooh. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna open this link and show it to everyone now. So Thomas had a small problem with his own. He's making his own version, which is really cool because that is this one. But if this is only on one side, this is your starting line. If I say it correctly, of course. So I'm not. Yeah, man. Hey, Mar, thank you for hanging out, man. And see you next time. I'm gonna help Thomas here because he's making his own version. So he's designing his own version of my lamp, which is pretty cool because he's trying to remake my lamp, and that's for his own custom learning. And he's learning Fusion and doing all the stuff. And he has a small edge here. So if this is on one spot of the lamp, only on one spot, it means that your starting lines are not correct. Which means if we go to Full Comp View, no, Focus Comp. Where is that setting? Where is that setting? Not infill layer parameters, that's the starting, something with starting. Because that's the starting edge. No. What I mean in one layer. Is there anywhere in the same layer the same problem, only in that spot, and then the whole line going up? So if the whole line goes up like this, and it's only one spot, it's your starting and end point of the layer, where your retraction and your retract settings are probably not finally adjusted, where it starts there, but before it starts, you need to push in a little bit plastic to fill that gap on one side of each hexagon. Because like I'm trying to find where that is. Not extruders, not extrude. Infill parameter, no. Regular. So what I see is that it looks like your starting point of the layer, and then your plastic will run. But before it goes there from a different position, it retracts a little bit of plastic, goes there, and then that. Does it happen on any other project or is it specifically this design? Because it might that your starting point retractions in that angle are not good, or you need to tweak it that it's I mean, the settings here are always spiral phase, no, extra, start, before detecting walls. Where is that setting? So if you do two outer layers, always start on the inside one. That might help. But I'm trying to find not the infill, not the support, not advanced. I have trouble. Is it not? That's not here. Should not be here. No, this is specific filament, so it needs to be somewhere in here. Avoid, detect, take bridges, detect printing, scarf, fill gaps, parameter generator. Nope. Should not be infill, should not be in speed. Should be a fence then. That's the width, that's regular. Might be. Where is it? Perry. Extrusion width, vertical shell, advanced parameter generator. it's also not that one. Wait, inside. Print, fan tool, speed, horizontal show. Where? Oh, I'm so bad at this. I am so bad at this, sorry man. Not spiral face. You want that the inside parameter goes first. Because then you don't see that one, and then the outside is that. But I don't see that there was a setting like that. That if there are two outside lines, it goes the inside first and then the outside. And that hides it a little bit. Oh, it's fine. Like, I'm curious because now I'm like just there we go. External parameters first, and I have that always swapped around. So I go inside first. So if we go to slice this, and you can see that when I'm starting here, it should see it's doing the inside first. So when this line starts. So when this line starts, it's doing the inside first, and then it goes to the outside, which means that small jump doesn't stop plastic. So the outside is more solid, and the inside has the broken part. You can fine tune it with other details, but I found this a lot easier, and I was like, it just works. I feel decently with designing. I'm just lazy with slicer settings, to be honest, sometimes. Because like I'm just, it works. So I'm bringing those small details in to get that in place. But that's how that happens, because yours is the other side around. So if you go to the print settings and where's the setting? I do this one first and I do slice. And we go to there. You see that this jump, most printers will retract the plastic, otherwise you're oozing and leaking plastic. So when it starts here, and you're not pushing out more than needed, you get a small gap. So this area doesn't exist yet because the plastic is not inside the nozzle yet. So the plastic is maybe here and it's still pushing in. It's before it actually pushes it out. So that first part is always missing. And that might be the problem, so that's a guess. Hopefully. If that is not it, then sorry, I have no clue. My expertise in slicing settings are not that great. It's just very basic. But hopefully that, I assume that's the problem. I think it makes sense for me that is the problem. But again, it's a hunch. I hope that's the correct thing. And that fixes the problem. But that's what I see when looking at this, because this, for me, feels very much in one line, all the way going up. It's your starting end position. Because the plastic is not in the tip of the nozzle yet, so the plastic should be there, but the plastic is there. And then before it starts moving, and then the plastic stops in, and then it starts. Then you see those small parts here sticking on, barely, but this is all not sticking on. Because the plastic was not in the tip of the nozzle yet. That is what it looks for me. Otherwise, somehow you need to make it thicker. And I don't understand how. So I think it's that. It makes sense it's that. But at least that's what I assume. So hopefully that fixes that problem, because yeah, that's a gap. Like, I had that problem too in a different way, and I changed that setting, and I was like, cool, it's gone. It's probably stuck on the inside, but who sees? If you have Prusa Slicer, print settings, layer parameter, and then in the advanced external, you can find it in the here, just external parameter. And then it's the advanced external parameter first. So then you find it. And if that is enabled, then you need to disable it. If that is disabled, you need to find the other setting of how much it's gonna push. And I think that should then be imprintable. Yeah, so if that is disabled, then you need to play with your retraction length and settings. And this is what I hardly use. But you can do retraction length, so when it moves too much, it retracts the plastic. So it should be here and it retracts it so it can freely move. But if you adjust this length to 1 millimeter, it's going to push 1 millimeter before it starts moving, or at the same time in that position. So you need to play with retraction length. So that is in printers, under extruder 1, or if you have multiple, extruder 1. But that's part of what I do here. So this is part of my design, your design, and taking that over from me. So I feel a little bit of like, cool, it is disabled. Not printables, please. Then maybe playing with retraction length. Like if you check in your slicer, and you can find that if we go to find in the slicer where this starts. So if this is at the start of the line with a distance where it retracts, then you might be able to tweak the retraction settings in retraction. Might be, but again, this is not my field of department, so I'm never actually sure if this is it. It makes sense that it is. Yeah, ooh, print is done. So I hope I was showing all that. Alright, so let's see. Oh, my legs. So there might be a problem, but otherwise I have no clue, because what type of printer do you have? Because if it is a Bowden, then yeah, then you need to put that very aggressive. Because for Bowdens you need more retraction, because all that length in the Bowden tube is a problem. So let's go to that one. Let's switch to work table and let's see. Whoop whoop. Okay, so let's put this one safe before I knock it over. I'm gonna knock it over. So let's see. Hey, we all do what we can, and that's all what we can do. So let's see. Ooh, yeah, I like. Because now this one is really pushed into the edge. Now we still have the wiggle here, which is something I probably can stop with the bottom one, hopefully. So let's see if this core 1, yeah, then should be 0.7. That is weird, because I've not changed that, so there's something else going on then. Huh, but yeah. Ew. Yeah, I've printed the wrong one. I printed the wrong one. Nope. Okay, this one doesn't work. I need to fix this. I grabbed the wrong one. Grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed that one. That was not intended. Where is the correct one? This is not the correct one. I grabbed the wrong one. Where's my... Where's my good connector? Because I see that this one isn't. Where is my good connector? Wall thickness on the outside. Let's see. It really depends on my external parameter is 0.5, but you need to play a little bit with that because it really depends how much thickness you modeled with it. So I try to reach 2 lines and no small infill, because if I make this too small and I say 0.4 and I'm slicing it then, and I'm gonna get the other one back. Bottom clipping. Then you should get a problem here. See, then it adds a small infill line, and I don't want that, because that's a boo-boo, and it happens all the way. So that's why I make 0.5 most of the times works with Arachne, and then you have two lines going up, and not a third line that just sits in between here. For sure, 0.5 works for me. But it might. I'm gonna try. that has tweaked a lot, and it is different on different positions, because the trick there. Let's see. Can I show it? So this thickness should be 0.1.10. Oh, that's one layer, man. You need 2 layers. 0.4 is really thin. Two layers works a lot better. So I have a wall thickness of 1.10 millimeters on this area, and this angle is 0.8. Because this is angled, so instead of straight, this is angled. So I'm using the distance. This distance is a lot smaller than the front, because then you get the creation of like that you have 2 edges stacking up left and right. Because I'm not checking it like this, I'm checking this distance. But I know that 0.8 in this angle gives the same thickness on this area and this area. Because if you look at from this angle perfectly, this and this should be the same. Because if you do it, this one 1.10 and this one 1.10, this one is going to create 3 layers. So you need a little bit of time. That's what I did automatically. So not 100% sure how I did it, because it's just in my mind that I know I need to calculate, instead of this edge and this edge is the same in this and this direction, everything needs to be the same in this direction, so the layers stack straight up and down. And that's the whole trick, to get that outside. You need to think in layers. So while not playing portals, you need to think in portals. You need to think in layers instead of the whole model and doing that up, because then you get that this area, even if we go up and we get different angles, it's not changing that much. So the moment you reach the top, you get that stackable. But this one, as you can see, does not really change. It just goes, those 2 lines going, instead of straight up, going like that. And that's how you get this whole area consistent. Might also be a problem, yes. So make the walls a little bit thicker and see if that test removes that empty connection. Because I didn't know, like, I always do 2 layers, because that gives that. If we go to this one, Come on, mouse. And if I plug it in, where is it plugged in? So when I plug it in, where's my cable? There. So when it is plugged in, even on camera with 2 layers, it becomes a little bit more. It's not too direct in your face. So with 2 layers, you get that little bit of softness. And I can print with 1 layer, but I also know angles with 1 layer breaks up this area. This will break you because 1 layer. With 2 layers, this becomes strong, and you also get more rigidity in the whole frame, because like I can really push it in, doesn't bench. With 1 layer, I probably can smash it to this, just of strength, and that second layer makes it all. It's all small details that I need to think about that more, because like I do that so automatically and don't realize that's an obvious thing that I need to explain. I need to think better about that, because this makes so much sense in my own head of like, oh, it makes sense. So I stop explaining it because it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah. Oh, right. I know why I don't see that thing, because it's hidden. There you are. Also, very much that. That's the word I was also looking for. Full confuse. There we go. So, well, I was happy with doing. Let's see. So I was happy with this thickness. Okay, we can add 1 millimeter more. So I'm gonna go for press pull 0.5. We go to 1.2. I'm just gonna take the guess. So I'm happy with the top. This one needs to reprint because I had not printed the correct one. But this should take around 4 or 5 minutes. Glad to help, man. Like that's what I do here. That's hopefully what I try to achieve with more people, that you make cool stuff, but that people like you try to make their own stuff or their own style, and that you can help other people, because that's the thing that clicks the most for me. Just reaching out, and that you connect people to make crazy, fun, interesting gimmicks, funny things, good things, complex things, and build that all out. That's what's the thing. That's the thing that counts the most for me. And boo, come on, Fusion, you can do it. Stop whining and just do it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on, you little... We're getting here. Let's check my sugar. That's good. Come on, Fusion, you can do it. Oh, you know... I hate you, Fusion. I sometimes really hate you. Boo! It's a little bit bigger. What? Where is my millimeter? Yep, there we go. Let's go. Wait, this is a lot bigger. Okay, let's bring this one back. Let's make a copy. Let's just ballpark it up. Okay, ooh, that's too much. Now each layer is 0.5 and the whole thickness is 1.10 and Arachne fills it up. It really depends, that really depends on your settings. So if you want 0.8 layer thickness, you can put in advanced, put in external 0.4, then 2 layers is 0.8. But I did 0.5, so 2 layers becomes 1. It becomes 1 millimeter. If I say 0.6 width, 2 layers is 1.2 millimeter. So if the thickness of the model is 1 millimeter, Arachne will shorten them both up. But if you don't have that, there's a chance that you slice like, I'm just only doing 1 layer because the other one doesn't have space for it. That's why I precisely model most things that I know. If this is this thick, I know I'm gonna get 2 lines, 2 parameters next to each other, instead of 1 or 1.5 or 2 with a small bit of infill. So getting that precision in works, but it takes time and calculations. Wait, did I cancel? Oh, I did cancel. Oops. All right, so you go tiny bit back. Come on, Fusion. I'm doing an extrude. No history command. Just. I feel so dumb with Fusion sometimes. Come on, Fusion, you can do it. Come on. There you go. This is the fuck. Should we put that? Okay. Extrude of 0.5. I'm gonna move you again. Clamp, offset connector, bottom clip. Let's make a copy again. And this time we're gonna click OK. Okay, that's how it should be. Then we say OK. Then we do that check again and see how far we're going this time. Okay, so and a little bit too short, that's a little bit too far. So this should be 6. Right? Seven. That's wrong one. Let's see. Okay, so why is this one not? Oh, it's this one. Oops, wrong one. I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, let's go back to 7. Okay. 6. And 5. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's set this one into the scanner and see what goes. Button clips is 4. V2. Save. Yes. And let's get that one in. It's a little bit painstaking, but this is the process of fine-tuning your small details. And most of the times I'm like, I should not have done this, but I keep forgetting that I want to add small details because I want to make this actually work for everyone and not just for myself, which is a lot better. Go, 4 minutes and to connect. So starting up the printer and priming the printer takes longer than the print itself. It just takes long. Yeah, I'm happy that someone's helping me that has PCB knowledge experience and making a good compatible PCB that is safe for everyone and doesn't burn out or wreck the LED strips itself by accident. So it becomes more, hopefully more dummy proof. It's never fully dummy proof, but hopefully it becomes more dummy proof than intended. So hopefully hopefully we can make it at least safer than not safe. And I'm very excited about that. Because then we actually have a model that works. And that will be bloody cool. That just will be bloody cool. That would just be awesome. But for that, we still need the PCB, and hopefully I get that done in the next 2 months, so at least when I walk around on forum next, we get to the next puzzle. Ooh, I forgot something that I need to bring upstairs. I need to grab that, so be right back. You guys can still hear me. I should break off any moment. Where's my bag? Where did I?
Thanks to our station sponsor, the Center for Stress Management.
Alright, I should be back. I still need to walk upstairs, but hey, at least I can talk again. There we go. So this is my backpack. Oh, you're going for the 10 amps. But yeah, wait, do you wanna go that high? Ooh. Yeah, the small 2 amps work fine with this setup, just chaining them on, but I'm gonna use the 10 amp magnets too, but in only one per layer. But yeah. So I need some space here. Because I had a silly idea for Formnext. If you don't know what Formnext is, that's the biggest additive manufacturing event in Europe, or at least Netherlands, or not Netherlands. I think it's worldwide. I don't think USA has a bigger additive manufacturing event than Formnext. But it's pretty cool. And I had a silly idea. And hopefully I can show that in a better way. Yeah, I can show it in a good way. Yeah. So this is my own backpack that I use. And I can attach this QR code to it. That is magnetized. Tiny bit, so it holds in place hopefully. So you have this on my backpack, and now it's falling off because the magnet is not working. It's set face. So this sits already on the end of my backpack, which I'm very happy with because I can go walking around and people can scan my QR code and go to my website, which is pretty bloody awesome, right? But what if we take this one step further? What if I get a frame working here, and if I put it on my backpack, which you can see on the top camera, because this is how I normally walk around, and then most of the times the QR code flops a little bit and you get that problem. But if I get a stable frame here, and we grab the simple one layer version. So we grab this one, and this one sits on top of here. So I want to walk around with my lamp on my backpack turned on. I currently don't pay for the ticket. So I have no clue about the price. This is the first time I actually heard about the price, because everyone is always saying like, just go to a company and ask for them tickets, because Formnext spends out so many tickets that you can just fill in a form online. So go look online and Google companies handing out Formnext tickets, and most just have a question list. Why do you want to be here? Because I want to see stuff. And most companies give out their free tickets to people, so you just need to ask around. And that's what I'm gonna do too. And I have a couple companies, because projects, that they want to give me a ticket, so I don't need that. But there are a lot of ways to get the tickets just online for free. There are a lot of ways to do that, because everyone I ask at all the content creation events were like, we don't know the price of the tickets of Formnext, man. We just get them. And everyone just fills an email thing around, QR a question list around, and gets their own ticket. So almost no one actually going there knows the ticket price. Yeah, but even you, if you start Googling it, there are companies, big companies there, that just have 150 of those tickets available for their company, but they only have 20 people, so they have 30 tickets to give away. So you just need to ask. Like I'm also a little bit scared of doing that part, but yeah, like you can just ask. Put that question, I think, in Google, because people say it to me, but like, because I have projects going in and I'm showing myself, I probably get the ticket in another way. But for the normal people that just want to be visitors, they can also do that. If you don't realize it, you're buying a ticket. But if you know it, which I'm telling you right now, you can mostly find other companies that have tickets left over, and they just like, oh, you want to visit this and then that? Oh, here's a ticket. Sometimes you end up in a raffle with 300 people, 50 tickets, and you can be unlucky. Oh, try to the next one. So there are ways to do that. But yeah, the idea of like putting this lamp in here, but then I need a frame somehow that holds this in place and holds the back in place. So when I stand up, that this works too. But I want to play with this. But to do that, like, I somehow need to attach a frame on my back, and that's where I'm just getting stuck. that was my next thing that I wanted to puzzle out, because, well, isn't it cool to just walk around instead of that I need a booth? And I want to bring the big lamp to a booth too, so hopefully I can show it at the other booth where I can promote myself, but I can still walk around and meet other people, because the Maker Faire Hanover was really great. I've talked with so many people, but I have not made any possible connection with anyone from the other booths, because I was so busy standing with my own lamp that I couldn't do exploring or meeting other people that were also behind the booth and showing their own custom projects. I missed all that. I was at the Maker Faire in Hanover, but I have no bloody clue what was going on in the Maker Faire of Hanover. I didn't even know there was an outside, because I had no time to explore, to actually see the outside, and I'm sad about that. I'm really sad about that. Just very sad, because like I missed the whole Maker Faire while I was at the Maker Faire. So this bag is my next idea of doing that. So hopefully I have a couple frames here that this one is too small and also dirty. But I have a couple others here, so hopefully I can do it so. Is this bigger? This is slightly bigger. This might work. And otherwise I need special beams. So let's unpack this one. Because if I can walk around a little bit, because the Formnext is 4 days. That is two more days. And being able to walk around a little bit would be great. So where does the unwrap start? Hello. Not here. There we go. But yeah, so technically if you look at it, if it's 120 euros for 4 days, that's pretty cheap. But it's also bigger, so I know there are already 800 booths, 800 different company tables and show off things, but it's not like a Maker Faire. There is a small, I think, creative section that shows stuff, but it's mostly the technical, all the high companies that make the metal and the cement printers and all that stuff, and Prusa with their really big booths, and Bamboo Lab with their very big booth. It's not like a Maker Faire with all the creative stuff. I hope there's a small section of that, but it's mostly the big companies. But yeah, then you have 800 booths, man. You need 4 days for that. So I really want to walk around and show my work and get companies interested for possibly sponsoring and making those connections. Like, if I need a special part and I know that company and I introduce myself, I maybe can get a discount. Or they are like, here, you can use this, promote us, and you can use that. And I can save on cost making still cool, awesome projects. At least that's the idea. Yeah, I disagree there, because if you look at the Maker Faire video that showed all the things, man, this whole room was not even showed on there. Oh, 120 per day. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. So hopefully, if you're still going, hopefully you can get your ticket, because you need an outside hotel. You need to don't go close, because you're paying €1,000 in just hotel for 4 or 5 days. So you also need a little bit more distance and just travel there. Or if you have a car, there are tricks to do that. But again, I'm getting help, so I don't know all the small details yet. But let's see if this works. Oop. Ooh, don't squash the wires. It's 120. Okay, 120 a day is a little bit too much. Yes. Cool. That's a small one. Ooh, that's a nice distance. So that's this much sticking out. So I can even hide my QR code under it. Only, how the hell do I hold this? Where do I hold this? Oh, you're 1 hour. Oh, okay. You're saving on hotel. So if you get your tickets, if you get those day tickets or the full tickets online, go looking for them. If I get some information on other people how they do that, hopefully I can link you because cool, I have your Discord now. Because I'm probably gonna get my ticket in another way. But yeah, you need to search for that because there are a lot of companies that just hand out the tickets. You just need to be alarmed by that, and that's maybe 1 or 2 months before, so that's currently going on, and get that part in place. And then you don't have the tickets and it's just 1 hour drive. Or 1 hour away. I don't know if it's public transport or car. But yeah, so this looks cool. So if we get this frame in, but then it's just sitting in. And the moment I put my back down, it's gonna fall. So we need a sturdy frame there. And then we need a small angle. So let's put the camera up. So we need to jam this in place like that. And if I say it correctly, then we need a small angle that goes out of here so you can make a frame here. So we need a corner bracket here. Oh, that's pretty easy. Can I make it small enough that I can store it all in? Yes. Oh, I'm excited about this one. This is gonna be silly. This is gonna be fucking silly. I'm all for it. Because if my back is in here and you put the... Heck yeah! I hope you get it, man. Because then you can explore all that area too, and hopefully see me walking around too with this shenanigans, and hopefully the lamp somewhere. But there are prices, and if you just look around for it, you can find them. So I hope it works, man. And otherwise, go to the next one. Yeah, my back is gonna fall down. So if I put it down, it's gonna fall. That's a little bit sad, but I mean, this is gonna be cool if this works. Like, oh, why is this so silly? Why I feel so silly about this? Like, do you really get then the backpack in place? Okay, I need something else now because I want to see if I can make a good construction that with strength. Because this needs to hold, these two bars need to hold the lamp. And if it holds it, then we're in for shenanigans again, and I'm... Okay, I need to go down again. I have screws. Do I have screws for that? Yes. Oh, wait, red rig leftover. Because all the beams are red rig leftovers. So maybe I can do it. Ooh, that will be psyched. Ooh, this is so cool. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I found the screws. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little bit screwed. I'm just a little bit screwed. It's always fun making fun of yourself, it's so easy. Oop. Oh, this is exciting. Oh. So, what we have here is T-nuts that should be able to slide in here. Because this is the big one. Let's grab, oh, that's the big one, so this one should fit. So then we can slide it in. If we get this in place. See? Then we can make a secure lock, and these are too small, so we need bigger ones. Huh. Wait. Is this one? I'm a little bit confused, so that is too small. This is the one that should work, right? Yeah, okay, this one. So this locks it in place. And I just need the thickness of this, so I lock it in place with a bridge of plastic. And I can just T-nut slot this one in. Then I can attach the side, so I can do this system onto that. So I can make a small bridge that connects them up. And then it's fully secure, and even if I need to detach it, I can just scroll, just do that, and then it becomes separated again. Ooh, this is gonna be cool. I've never designed for this. So that's a really cool new process that I need to learn. Exciting! Okay, so let's put the back aside because the print is ready. So let's see if that small connection part of the blimp is actually good. And then we can go back to the back. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, let's get the leftover out. Oh, this feels so exciting. Like, I'm pretty excited. I can focus on that while waiting on the other person to do the PCB part, and I drop my LED strips again. But he's doing it volunteer, so, and he has an actual life, so I just need to wait a little bit, which is awesome. So this one goes in here. This one clicks in, but this one has a lot of wiggle. Is it because this? Yeah, okay, so that wiggle won't stop. It's because the wiggle there is this wiggle is stopping what I want, so that doesn't really matter. It's still going out. Because if we do, I know this is gonna happen. So can I get better? Okay, how can I stop that one? Then it clicks in. And then that clicks in. So there's a lot of wiggle space here, which is fine. That wiggle is fine. So how can I do that? I'm happy with the top. That one is really nice snug now. Yeah, that one is nice snug, but the bottom is still too loose. I'm not happy with it. and you do that. Then it becomes good. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so how do we... So I can do that. So we want to stop that wiggle. How do we stop that wiggle without redesigning too much? I don't think I can. And then I need to change the lamp base, which I don't want to do. Ooh. Puzzle. Because that wiggle makes the pixel going backwards. Like, hard to see because you can see the small block which is not pixelated. So if I put it in place, this is where I want it. I don't want that drop back because that stops the light going perfect. Like, this is just me artistically want to make it perfect. I just want to make it as good as I can. So I now can still worry about this before I send it live, and then this one is just done. I need to accept it. But my mind, I don't want to accept this yet. So I'm still puzzling out how to stop this going there. Or is this just that I need to accept it? My mind is just like, nah, I don't want to. I don't want to. I really don't want to, but... I'm gonna print another one, but make them a little bit bigger. Make them a little bit bigger. So let's go back to Fusion. Let's go over there. Welcome to my mind. Like, if I can have time to perfectionist something, I will do that. So 0.5. Okay, let's go very aggressive for 0.9. Join. And when we see it here, it's going to stick out. But we physically know it's going to wiggle back. So I'm going to see if I can stop that it wiggles back, but that's the limit where I want it. So I'm going to jam it into place. And I think I can make it cleaner while adjusting the lamp base. And I will do that later probably, or I'll keep it like this. Like, also know myself, I like to be lazy. So if I can be lazy, yes. But if I don't have to, I'm also happy. So that's 4 millimeters. How much wiggle is this? That's 2. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I can, but then like it needs to be clicking into this frame then too. And this one is already hard to install, so I can make a small cover which you can put into here. So let's go into here. Like, I don't want to introduce an extra separate part again, so I'm keeping it as the good trick of a good design is less parts, multifunctional use that not cross-contaminate their own function. which these two clips, the bottom clip and the top clip, the blue ones, are really good, solid on itself. Yes, they are two added parts, but they are needed because without, it's not gonna work. I can create a third one, like if we go to the work table. Yeah, but that still makes the... Because what I can do is make a small plastic part that you shove in here to completely press it on here, and then it just slits in. But then you need to do this, that part into here. And every layer you need to slit it into the blue part and actually jam it. That works, but that introduces a new extra part, which I'm not fully happy with. So I'm trying. Yeah, I can extend it up, but then the print times increase. And it doesn't really help because there's nothing in the top holding it there. So I see where you're going, but I'm not fully happy with it. Because we have bottom clip, so yeah, No, I can't because it's printed from this area. So if I make this too long, then you don't have the clip where you can hold it to separate it again. This is also a vital part where you can just remove it again. So I cannot extend this too much. But we can do that. So, okay, let's get back to the normal value. So 0.5. So let's see. Let's see if I... Yeah, your way is too excessive, I think, what I have in my mind, but I think I found a midway. If Fusion actually works with us. Come on, Fusion. Let's go back to this one. Okay, so I think this is gonna work. Oh, no, shit. No, we can't. No. We don't have a clamp here. No. Damn it. Okay, nope. Okay, so 1.5. No, we don't have a way to clamp it. I don't want to make that too hard. So let's try this first. Okay, let's try this first. I see where you're going, but the print way of this one makes that impossible because this is the print direction. So it's being printed like this going up. So if I make this area go all the way up, that doesn't work. Okay, first let's try this one. Save as mesh. There we go. First, one step at a time. V2. Nope. V2. Save. If we don't prototype this, we cannot make the next step. So if we prototype this, then we can make the next step. I think we have a good direction where we're going. And I'm doing the wrong one again, I think. Yep, doing the wrong one again. No, it's the right one, but not flipped. Oop, was the right one. Yeah, that distance is a little bit more. Let's see. Don't think this is enough, otherwise I'm gonna try something else. That should technically work too. Yeah, okay, for that I need to adjust the lamp. For that I need to adjust the lamp, which is a good adjustment, because then I can make a small lock that locks it on the bottom. Because then we can do this. So if we go to section 2 and do this. So what we then can do, so if we are gonna adjust the lamp, which I'm probably gonna do anyway, that you create, where is it, bottom clip, that one. Okay, let's make a sketch here. That you make a small area here. That's perfect. No, not this one, this one. So we make a small bump in here that goes both directions, and then when you put it in a little bit higher, and then you just move it down and click it in place. Come on. Fusion. So 2 sides. Yeah, and that completely stops. And that completely locks it up without too much added details. So you get a small cut on that plane, make it a little bit wider, that it jams on this area, so it cannot wiggle back, and it has enough freedom on the top so you can put it in, press it down, and then you do that. But this is a lamp adjustment, so for the current version, this doesn't work. But the next version, because I'm gonna print a couple more just for testing, prototyping, and writing the whole build guide, I need to print a couple anyway. I can do this setup, and then you shove it in, and then lock it into place where it doesn't have to wiggle because it's jammed behind the other part of the plastic. Then we don't need to go all the way up. And that is a tiny bit of plastic onto the base lamp, and that's it. So no excessive plastic, because going all the way up here removes the area that you can ow, do that. Because I have that small wiggle here that you can actually remove it again. So if I print this part here, what you say going all the way up, then I need to print in a different way, because it's printed like this. So this is going to get bridging. I don't want to add extra supports. I dislike support, so as much as I can, I will remove supports. I just don't like them. I just really don't like them. It's just such a waste. So I think this is the best midway solution, but doesn't work currently on the lamp because we don't have this added onto the lamp itself. But that's a small adjustment that's for future planning. That's a good one. I should have thought about it way faster. Should have realized this one already. I completely forgot. I completely forgot. I'm a little bit sad about it. I didn't think about this ahead of time. But hey, that's what we learned. That's what we try, and now we understand. Next time, we realize, hey, we need to make a small divot. Is it a divot? No? How do you call this? Yeah, you create a small cutout to realize that. So you get a jam in one direction. On top it's free, but the moment you jam it in, it becomes that locked in place, and then it cannot go left and right. But in the top we can shove it in easily, so people can just wiggle it in and then click it down. And cancel, because now we know. Oh god. Fusion! Come on, you can do it! So this piece here locks up and down. Then that piece locks back and forwards. And left and right already gets blocked because this one cannot go that direction. So it's XYZ locked up in position. Currently, we have too much wiggle room, and with this, we remove the wiggle room. Awesome. Because then we get that small detail, and this is really small detail, but it adds to the ease of building, and it makes it that this thing is gonna work. Doesn't matter who it does, doesn't matter technically how you print it. So, and I'm gonna make a small test shape for this one, where you can click everything in. So I'm gonna make this lamp. You pay for it, but there will be a second STL on my account that is just this small section on the bottom and the top joined in. So you get this all cut out. So you get the top and the bottom all closely connected up with 3 edges. So kinda. So yeah, okay. Let's Fusion break again. Come on, Fusion, you can do it. This is just Fusion. Like, this is not even my computer. My computer is like literally just 50 memory, CPU 40, GPU 40, memory 40, CPUs even 20. Like, this is all just being Fusion, which is very annoying. So this one then becomes only this section and 1 and 2 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, those lines get all removed, and a small version that you can prototype. Can do a print prototype, and if that prints correctly for you, you can print the whole lamp. Because one, you're paying for it, and I want to guarantee that you can print it. If that small one gives you a trouble, you can post there in the comments, and I can give you feedback how to fine-tune your settings even more when it's needed. And when you pay for the lamp, get the materials, you are guaranteed that the lamp is gonna work. Because I don't want to give a faulty product. I really don't want to, and that's why it's taking so long. And hopefully tomorrow or Thursday I can make a video explaining this in a video, because I'm still getting a lot of people very aggressively asking, when is the lamp ready? Because this is already taking more than 2-3 weeks from the Maker Faire in Hanover. I know. I am not a 100-man team that makes this in 1 hour completely fine-tuned everything. I'm just me. And I'm taking my time to make the small quality products that I can make good. So I can guarantee that the product that you buy is gonna work. I don't want to give out a half-broken product just to get money. I'm very excited if I can get this product out and people appreciate it and pay for it. That would be bloody awesome. I'm guaranteed my ass off that it will get stolen and people are gonna sell the print as a physical lamp to other people. Hence, I'm also putting it online as my own. And on the inside, I'm gonna put a lot of markings that I made this, and gonna give those people a lot of trouble removing those markers. I'm gonna do my very best on that. But I know it's gonna happen. I'm accepting it's gonna happen, that people will buy this STL, print it for themselves 100 fucking times, and then sell the lamp on the market. Also semi-excited to see it on the market. And while I'm walking there like, hey, cool lamp, did you make that? Yes, that's my design. That's cool, it's a little bit weird because this is completely my design. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if I ever make a product that I somehow find on a physical market where the seller is actually very excited saying like, yeah, I made this. Yeah, you printed it, but you didn't design it. No. Already see. So. See? This works. And otherwise, you make a little bit of ground support. But this one printed fine. And this is 2. So if I make 3 sections, so 1, 2, this is even 1, 2, and then 1/3. This should be enough ground surface and in an angle that it works. So that should just work. So I'm not that worried about it. And it gives a good prototype of like, hey, can you print the square, the hexagon actually correct? Is the layer lines correct? Do you don't have sagging over there? Are the lines here correctly lining up? Is the thickness correct lined up? Then it should work. And then you can get the prototype of like, hey, connect that one and connect that one. If those clickies work, then your printer is set up to print the whole lamp. I think that's a good idea, and I hope it's a good idea. that should work, right? At least that's the effort I want to go to, because I don't want to bring out a bad product. I really don't want to bring out a bad product. I would be sad if I bring out a bad product and people start complaining about it. Well, I didn't do my best. I couldn't care, but I care. So every time they post it and it's a bad quality, then I'm pretty sure that it's like, hey, that's a printer setting. So you need to fix this, and this, and then it should work. I cannot help the older printers, so that's the hard part of like if an older printer is doing this. And a Core 1 is probably going to work. On a Bamboo is probably going to work. But some older printers are a little bit slower, so maybe there we get some small problems. I hope not, but I want to make that as small as I can. No. We removed it, so we're gonna remove this area because this is not needed. This is all the same as that. I just want to have this part and this part on the same thing, so you can actually prototype test. It's not the LED strip. The LED strip itself doesn't matter because that thing is very bloody consistent. But if this clicks correctly and this part clicks correctly, then you know the rest is gonna work too. So it's this one plus 2 of these, so you have a little bit of distance. And then kind of like this, but then remove those 5 sections. So you have a small print sample where you can test like, hey, is this one actually clicking in correctly? Sits it also correctly? Now you know this is gonna work. Same with this one. If this one is clicking correctly and doing that, then hey, that is fine. Is this all printing correctly? Then it should be fine. Yeah, when this one is done, I'm done too. So let's see if this removes the wiggle without getting the lamp in. Because that's why I also added this small widget, because now I can just remove it off. If I didn't do that, that becomes very hard to install. So there we go. Yeah, so this stopped the wiggle. I estimated correctly, so this stops the wiggle. So now the LED strip sits in there and everything. If we do the alignment, you get every LED strip, LED pixel in position. And now it also removes this bend because that. So I need to adjust that for the bigger lamp and do that. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. Everyone, thanks for watching. I'm gonna truck on. I'm gonna focus on the backpack. So I'm gonna do some measurements on these ones and put it in the bag so I can put a lamp on top. Hopefully magnetize that for safety. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna be so scary. I'm excited, but this is gonna be scary. Like, holy crap. Ooh. We have the parts. Now we just need the time, the patience to actually model it. Write it all down and do your best. That's all I can do, is make the things that are exciting. But again, everyone, thank you for watching. Hopefully see you next time. As I said before, I'm gonna do my best to always stream on Tuesday. That's my main goal, that every week at least I have one stream going on. And then if I have other projects and stuff to fill in on a Thursday or a Saturday, I can stream there too, but those days are very inconsistent. Tuesday is the best day for me to be consistent on, and I can make that work. But this is gonna be fun. Like, I might stream this on Thursday. but I think I just want to tinker this out my fast self and just add the backpack to it. So that's probably for next Tuesday or Saturday. No, Saturday I'm busy. So maybe Thursday I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna decide that, or I do this just off stream and make a video about it. I need to make more videos. I also need to do that. But anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And thanks for liking this stream. I hope you all enjoyed my silly madness, what I'm doing here. And hopefully see you next time.